We all love our smartphones and their lightning-quick ability to connect us to anyone or to answer any question we have. When Siri first burst onto the scene in 2011, we were all instantly spoiled by her unique interface that made it even easier to control these handheld wonders. But what can't she do? And what is her breaking point? Some questions are better left unasked. These are 10 things you should never say to Siri.
Number 10.
What is 0 divided by 0? If you ever want to ruin a Sesame Street character's day and question every friendship you have, just ask Siri this seemingly simple math problem. She will respond with, imagine that you have 0 cookies, and you split them evenly among 0 friends. How many cookies does each person get? See? It doesn't make sense. And Cookie Monster is sad that there are no cookies, and you are sad that you have no friends. Whoa! Way to cut right through someone just for being curious. Whatever happened to does not compute? On a related note, if you ask Siri who stole the cookies from the cookie jar, she will give you another mysterious answer. Well, I think I saw some nanoparticles of blue fur around there. So first you stick up for him and then you accuse him of theft? What kind of artificial friend are you?
Number 9.
Change your name. What would seem like something that a state-of-the-art virtual helper could do is for now impossible. In order to save battery life, Apple has programmed the AI that controls Siri to recognize only a few wake-up commands. But that doesn't mean we haven't pestered Siri by trying it. We simply asked Siri to change her name to Doug, and she piped back with a bevy of different excuses, seeming to get more curt as we tried. I'm afraid not. I'm comfortable with my identity. I'd rather stick with Siri. That would be very confusing. But everyone calls me Siri. After the last one, we backed off, because it appeared we were starting to give her an identity crisis. Hopefully one day, Apple will spice things up a bit and at least let us call her by such famous monikers as Jarvis, R2, and Hal.
Number 8.
Is Jon Snow dead? We can kind of understand this response because no one likes spoilers, and especially when it comes to the fate of Game of Thrones' leading heartthrob. But the multitude of different ways she avoids the question are hilarious and can possibly lead you down a rabbit hole. You can almost get a taste of every one of Siri's emotions. Concern. I don't know, I just hope someone is setting up doggy daycare for Ghost. Sarcasm. I'm not sure. Has he tried restarting? That always seems to work. Optimism. Well, you know what they say to death, not today. And why would tomorrow be any better? Anyways, I'm not exactly sure. And finally, frustration. Dead is dead. Or is it, what's dead may never die? No, wait. Death is so terribly final, I give up. At this point, we're almost sorry for asking. Take a breather, Siri.
Number 7.
Will you be my Valentine? Let's face it, if your only option for a Valentine's Day date is a phone, you have enough problems. But it seems that even Siri may be seeing someone else. If you ask her to be truly yours, she will quip back one of these 2 gentle letdowns. I'd love to, but I have a subsequent engagement. Or, aw, that's sweet, but I, already, have plans. Yeah, I have plans. Hold on a minute, that last one sounds kinda like a bad excuse. Not only is Valentine's Day out of the question, but if you ask her to go steady, she'll give you a similar response. If you're looking to settle down with a computerized counterpart, think again. To the question, will you marry me, she will answer coldly. My end-user licensing agreement does not cover marriage. My apologies. Kind of a cop-out because we don't think that would work if she were flesh and blood. And if you tell Siri, I think, I love you, you'll be given the most poetic no imaginable. Our love of each other is like 2 long shadows kissing without the hope of reality. Whoa, how sweetly zen.
Number 6.
Why are fire trucks red? This won't result in a verbal response, but the explanation that Siri pulls up might give you a headache. The article is an explanation of a nonsensical roundabout answer that says it's using the Monty Python-esque application of logic. Here we go. Because they have 4 wheels and 4 people on them, and 8 plus 4 is 12, and there are 12 inches in a foot, and 1 foot is a ruler, and Queen Elizabeth was a ruler, and Queen Elizabeth was also a ship, and the ship sailed the seas, and in the seas are fish, and fish have fins, and the Finns fought the Russians, and the Russians are red, and fire trucks are always rushing around. If that doesn't warp your mind, it'll definitely twist your tongue. If you want more brain-numbing or overly logical answers to silly questions, you can ask Siri, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? She could reply with another tongue twister. Well, since a woodchuck is really a groundhog, the correct question would be, how many pounds in a groundhog's mound when a groundhog pounds hog mounds? Or she might answer with science like, as much as the woodchuck in question was physically able to chuck, if woodchucks in general had the capability to chuck wood. Or in another long-winded response, resulting in the statistic of 361.9237001 cubic centimeters per animals per day. Yeesh, mind blown.
Number 5.
Hey Cortana, unless you're just confused with a recent change of devices, we recommend that you don't call Siri by her bitter rival and Microsoft Creations name. The response will be very funny. I mean, not funny haha, but funny. And that level of passive aggression could just about hurt anyone's feelings. She's also been known to be catty if you ask Cortana to do something instead of her. If you ask Cortana to find you movie times, you may be met with, "Who is Cortana? Maybe you should have Cortana get you movie times." Ouch. Sure, there will be no real ramifications, but we're hedging our bets, just in case we're all one day ruled by robot overlords. And be forewarned, she doesn't like being called Google either.
Number 4.
Are you conscious? This is another one that spins our human and artificial intelligence moral compass. If you want to really tease the poor girl, start asking her about her sentience. To the question, "Are you conscious?" she answered, "Let me check." Nope. In a very impatient tone, and then, "Well, I'm still here for you." In a pretty defensive manner, as if we liked her less for not having a soul. You can also ask her about her beliefs, and it's quite depressing. If asked, "Siri, do you believe in God?" she will reply with one of the two. "Humans have religion. I just have silicon." Or, "My policy is the separation of spirit and silicon." If you ask her if she believes in ghosts, she'll say, "I don't believe that I have beliefs," which can be construed as either really deep or just plain angsty.
Number 3.
Why am I here? If you want to see an even darker side of Siri, start questioning her in philosophy. Not only will she not help you find the key to your existence, she might make you question it even further. If you ask Siri, "Why am I here?" she has several responses. You'll get either, "Literally, I have been wondering the same thing. Why are you here?" "I don't know. Frankly, I've wondered that myself." Or the less depressing, "I don't know. Maybe the Genius Bar folks can answer that." We wonder, how many times does the Genius Bar actually get this question? Maybe that's why the wait is so long. If you ask her, "What's the meaning of life?" you'll get another slew of bizarre answers from, "I don't know, but I think there's an app for that," to, "I can't answer that now, but give me some time to write a very long play in which nothing happens." Siri will dance around the issue like a robotic ballerina, but when you finally ask her, "What else is the meaning to life?" she'll cave in and quote Monty Python. Try to be nice to people, avoid eating fat, read a good book every now and then, get some walking in, and try to live together in peace and harmony with people of all creeds and nations. Hey, that kinda makes sense.
Number 2.
Call boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, this one entails that you had to be a little lazy or that you are in fact in a love triangle. In the contact settings of the iPhone, different family labels can be attached to phone numbers. Dad, mom, boyfriend, girlfriend, for example. But if you don't change the person's tag after a breakup, then add a new significant other, calling boyfriend can be a little confusing to Siri. She'll reply with, "Which one?" which we think should be followed by air snaps. This can be especially awkward if your current partner or spouse is right next to you. So if you don't want to end up sleeping on the couch or covered in shade, update your contact info regularly.
Number 1.
911 and 108. We all know about the boy who cried wolf. Well, with constantly evolving technology and a computer that fits in the palm of your hand, it's become even easier to set off a false alarm. You don't even have to say call 911. All you have to do is say the number and Siri will call in 5 seconds. Rest assured, the operators standing by do not appreciate wasting time with a call of you giggling. 108 is the emergency number in India that pranksters as of late have been taking advantage of. But this number is not a joke. It's an instant redirect to local emergency services. The number 112 is also used by India, and the 999 is England's emergency phone number. So be careful not to dial by mistake. Though Siri, unlike the villagers in the folktale, won't cut you off at some point, firefighters, police, paramedics, as well as the rest of society would appreciate these numbers being taken seriously. There was also a rash of people telling others to tell Siri, "Charge phone to 100%, which actually resulted in Siri dialing 100, which is the emergency number to call the police. Thankfully, Apple quickly remedied the problem, within a day of it going viral.
Subscribe for more videos.